Okay, so now we're switching gears again and moving into the roles of the health professional as educator, which include facilitator of change, contractor, organizer, and evaluator. So one role of the health educator is facilitator of change. According to the DeTournay and Thompson, effective facilitators of change in learning situations include explaining, analyzing, dividing complex skills, demonstrating, practicing, asking questions, and providing closure. So we all know that as occupational therapists, a lot of our therapy sessions will include some or all of these factors. For example, we facilitate change by figuring out what is important to our client, and we do so by asking questions. In treatment sessions, we design activities and explain to our clients what we want them to do and why. We may demonstrate what that looks like and have them practice. If the task is too difficult, we figure out ways to make it less complex in finding the just right challenge. The health educator also plays the role of contractor. Educational contracting is a popular means for facilitating learning and is considered to be the key to informed decision-making. It involves stating mutual goals to be accomplished, devising an agreed-upon plan of action, evaluating the plan, and deriving alternatives. This plan of action needs to be specific, and it also needs to include the who, what, when, where, and how of the learning process. More and more, there is an emphasis on the client-health professional partnership, as clients are expected to take more responsibility and control over their own health. A contract involves a trusting relationship. The learner must trust that the health professional, quote, possesses a respectable, current body of theoretically based and clinically applicable knowledge. The health professional also needs to be approachable, trustworthy, and culturally sensitive. On the other hand, the health professional needs to trust that when the client enters into an agreement, he or she will demonstrate behaviors that will be health promoting. And so, the ideal partnership between the teacher and the learner includes trust and respect. The teacher assumes the student can learn and is sensitive to individual needs, and they are both free to learn and make mistakes. The health educator also takes on the role of organizer by organizing the learning situation. This includes manipulation of materials and space, sequential organization of content, for example, starting with a simple task and moving into a more complex task or activity, and by determining priority of subject matter. Finally, the health educator plays the role of evaluator. Accountability of educational programs to the learner is ensured by evaluation in the form of outcomes. We want to continuously evaluate to make sure that we are producing positive outcomes. Some types of evaluation are self-evaluation, learner evaluation, organization evaluation, and peer evaluation. Now we are moving into the state of evidence. Currently, more research that identifies, describes, explains, and predicts health behaviors of learners is needed. The role of motivation to influence health behaviors needs to be carefully examined. An integrative review of motivational research concluded that there is no clear definition for motivation, and that certain populations have been underrepresented in motivational research. It also concluded that motivation may not be able to be effectively measured. There is also insufficient data on why people take health risks, and not enough research on how an individual's knowledge is shaped. An immersion of qualitative and quantitative conceptually grounded research in the teaching-learning process is also needed. Finally, widely established forums for evidence-based learning are needed. In summary, Stephanie discussed the concepts of compliance and motivation, assessment of level of learner motivation. She identified the incentives and obstacles that affect motivation and compliance, and axioms of motivation relevant to learning. Janice provided an overview of the health behavior models and their influence on learning, and I explained the different roles of the health educator, strategies that facilitate health behaviors, and the need for continued evidence-based practice. In understanding compliance and motivation, and being familiar with the selected models and theories that describe, explain, or predict health behaviors can increase the range of health-promoting strategies for occupational therapists. Understanding these models and frameworks can be used to promote compliance to treatment and facilitate motivation. Here's a reference. So just a quick reminder, don't forget to post on the discussion forum and take the post quiz. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to seeing you all today at 5 p.m. at our live Zoom session. Thank you.